Hey everybody, ChristopherOdd here. Today we are checking out a game called Dark Envoy. This is developed and published by Event Horizon. They're a Polish developer. They're going to sponsor this video. Thank you so much for that. This is an RPG by all accounts, and this is a real-time RPG with pause. So combat's going to be a little bit more action-oriented, I would say. And there's always an interesting debate between real-time with pause or turn-based, and the developer, from what I read, basically had a preference for turn-based originally, but then found that as the game went on, they were like, I really enjoyed just all the things we could come up with and create these organic systems that played really well in a more real-time setting. So yeah, hopefully that delivers today. We're going to start a new game here and check this out from the very beginning. I'm not going to go super deep because I don't want to give too many spoilers, but let's begin by creating our two characters. We have to create Malachi and we have to create Kayla. These are brothers and sisters. I think just to get us into the video, I will do this very quickly, but there are some interesting things here. So you can like lock features between siblings if you want, so that they look more similar. That's kind of cool. So we'll do something like this. I like to give everybody white hair. Not going to lock facial hair. Not an option. I would if I could, but it's not a thing. And then war paint. I guess we can do that between siblings as well. Now, there's 4 different classes, and then they each have different specializations. I believe you unlock them at level 7. So Malachi, let's make him a warrior. You can see what his skills are. So he's got a dash that kind of runs through enemies, inflicting shaken. And then we have this iron skin. He gains 100 magic shield and a bunch of armor for 15 seconds. And these are skills that you're triggering pretty regularly because, again, it's not turn-based. There aren't cooldowns for a number of turns like you might be used to. But in real time, it's seconds, so you're spamming these pretty regularly. And then you can choose these specializations at level 7. So that is cool. Attribute-wise, let's just pump one of each of these points into here. And then equipment, you do get to select a little bit of a specialization here to start with. So you can go like a brawler set, a two-handed warhammer is pretty cool, a backstabber. Let's go here with the brawler set, two-handed hammer. What could go wrong? Okay, so that's Malachi. Now Kayla, let's go in and we'll just set her up a little bit here. And we'll keep all of these locked. I think that's cool. For her class, maybe we do something like a ranger. We'll experiment with kind of 2 archetypes we're probably very familiar with, warriors and rangers. So her skill is a toxic bomb. Throws a toxic bomb at the target area, dealing 30 poison damage and inflicting confused on all enemies in a 3-meter radius. Creates a surface that lasts for 5 seconds, inflicting poison for 5 seconds. Status synergy confused, deals additional 30 poison damage and inflicts berserk on enemies that are already confused. And then we have blast roll. Roll in a toxic or a chosen direction, leaving behind a toxic bomb that explodes after 2 seconds, dealing 20 poison and 20 fire damage, and inflicts vulnerable 20 seconds on enemies within 3 meters. Sounds cool. I'll just bump these up as well until we learn the specializations. And equipment-wise, ooh, interesting. Do we go pistoliers? I kind of want to go like two-handed rifle. This is an interesting world. This is like a guns and sorcery world they're describing it as. So there's magic, but there's guns. Kind of like a steampunky vibe almost. And then it's mixed in with these like mythical elements. It's a neat world. It's very cool. Yeah, so let's go with this, and he can be our close range guy. She can be our ranger. Let's begin.
Is as remarkable as any world filled with mystery and magic. Quite remarkable indeed. Many centuries have passed since the first humans settled here. They all came from a faraway world, elbowing their way through an already frail peace between the old races. The elves, shadows, and Kranites, united in a government they called the League, kept these newcomers under close scrutiny. Though humans struggled to control the innate magic of this alien planet, they compensated for it with marvelous technology. Mana-fueled inventions became the foundation of a great empire. There was no end to their aspirations, which constantly incited the League's suspicion. Eventually, it could only mean war. War of ideas, war of principles, war to bring or halt the change. The conflict quickly escalated, threatening to bring an end to the world as they know it. Few places remain out of its reach. One such place is a settlement known only as the City of Bones, home to the unlikely heroes of this story. It sits safely in the desert, surrounded by nothing but sand and ruins left by the mysterious ancients. The world is more than just the Empire and the League, after all. There are things far greater, but also more terrifying than the war between them. That's what drives Malachi and Kayla to scour the ruins in search of knowledge and treasure. A pair of siblings as remarkable as the world they were born in. Quite remarkable indeed. They call themselves relic hunters, searching for the forgotten remnants of those who are long gone, hoping to learn from the past and keep whatever dangers they find safely buried under the sands. But they have a much greater destiny to fulfill. The gears of fate were put in motion long before they became pawns in this game.
Whispering Sands. Not exactly my favorite place in the world.
Don't complain, Mal. We're lucky to be away from this madness that spreads everywhere.
That's true. Living at the edge of the world has its perks. Hey, but if you had to choose a side in the war, would you rather go with the League or the Empire?
We know very little about their motives and agendas, so how would we decide that?
I was just asking hypothetically. You don't have to take everything so seriously. But anyway, since we're here to check the entrance seals again, why don't we split up to cover the ground faster?
All right, activity was reported by the northern entrance, so let's meet up near the ruins, just in case.
Okay, so camera movement. In this game, you use the edge of the screen to do this. You can hold Alt to rotate your camera a little bit. You can change it to like W, A, S, and D. If you want to do that, all the stuff is customizable. So we're going to get into combat right away, and then we're going to try to meet up with our sister if things go well. If you've never played a real-time tactical pause game, then this could be intimidating for you, but let me break it down, okay? When you engage, it's automatically going to throw you into tactical mode. You can turn this on and off by pressing space. There's an additional thing you can do and hit tab. This will change you between a 12% slow, so you kind of keep some action happening, or you can go into a full pause and leave it like this, and you can make the decisions of what you want to do. So this detection range, we got detected, obviously. When you move into it, you get spotted and combat starts. You click on an enemy with the right mouse button to use a skill. You click on the skill, or you hit the hotkey for it. Tactical mode, just what I explained, and then enemy information is cool. You can left click on an enemy, and it'll pin their information up here. So if there's like a boss or something that you're fighting, you want to see all of his resistances and all of his status effects all the time, then you can just pin it up here, which is super nice. Okay, so really quick overview of his skills. He's got a dash that inflicts shaken, which slows them down. And then he's got iron skin, so he gains plus 80 on his magic shield. That's this here. And some extra armor for 15 seconds. So here's his health, here's his magic armor, here's his mana. You'll notice these are pretty costly, okay? So we're gonna be waiting for this to almost fill before these become available again. There's also these different stances that you can take where if you're not giving them controls or commands, then they'll go in and start attacking. Here they'll like stand their ground, wait for enemies to come, and here's just autonomous. But I want to have the control. So we're gonna go into real time for a sec. I'll go Q, and now if I pause and I slow this down, you'll notice that this enemy has shaken, so it reduces movement speed by 20%. This is how you can check their status effects. This is what it's showing us right now too. Beautiful. Let's unpause this. And then the attacks, they happen. You don't have to keep clicking. They just do their thing, okay? So the HP bar, now this is important. All changes to a character's HP are represented on its bar. So all this green is our current HP. we'll have a certain amount that we cannot heal above. That's our wounded HP. And that's a percentage of all the damage we take becomes wounded HP that you can only repair at these healing towers, essentially. It doesn't regenerate, can't be restored with skills. And then we have our magic shield there. Okay, let's carry on. He actually does have some skills here or some points. So even though we put some stuff in the beginning, we do have this batch that we need to put in. So I'm going to throw in might to 10, okay? And it shows you here every skill +1 or weapon skill +1 level at 10 shows you what these thresholds do, but then you get these small percentage boosts in between those. So he's going to kind of be my tank, right? So I'm going to like try to build up his endurance here a little bit. His power, maybe. That seems more like magic driven, but mastery could be good because there's health and mana regen. So we'll just give those a slight buff and we'll keep his endurance here. And you know what? Maybe let's drop speed 1 and get here so we get to those first thresholds of might and endurance. Okay. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. These are waypoints, obviously used for waypointing. There's quicksand here that you have to walk around, unless you want to be slowed. I'm going to go Iron Skin to fight this one. And now we have this ground slam skill. So if I hit this, it stuns him, and he's shaken for 18 seconds. So you can double up on the shaken. You can hit enemies in an AoE if you don't want to do your dash skill or it's on cooldown. This doesn't cost any mana. It's purely a cooldown thing. So he's shaken. He's going to be slowed. There we go. Elemental statuses are paired into opposites. Frostbite and burn, poison and charged. If opposite elemental statuses are inflicted, they cancel each other. So that's kind of cool. Something to keep in mind, especially if you're going to be casting a bunch of elemental spells. A simple amulet. Hello. Let's throw that in here. Very cool. Gives us a little bit more armor. And you can see the statuses down in your bar like usual. If you've never played a real-time tactics game like this, don't be overwhelmed. You can get into it. You can totally do it. There is cover in this game as well. And the way that cover works is it's damage reduction. You take 50% reduced damage when you're in cover. We're not going to get to benefit from that a lot with him, but if we find our sister, then she can be sitting back there and shooting from there. This does not reduce your chance to be hit. It just reduces the damage that you take. Okay, come to me. Now enemies, so enemies will telegraph some of their attacks, which is a good reason to be in this 12% slow or even paused tactical mode. If you see it proc, then you could hit pause right away and then try to get out of that. Okay, now we'll focus our attention there. I'll throw on the Iron Skin here just to get my shield up. Because between combat, this resets very quick, so you might as well just be using your skills at all times, as much as you possibly can. Let's go. That'll do. Start slamming. Okay. So here's a healing fountain. This can heal.
Or, dare I say, ancient healing fountains.
Yeah, this is the only means of restoring wounded HP. Person was shot in the back. It appears he was trying to run away from someone.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Well, who would have done that? Who would have done it?
Let's get going.
We have exploding cactuses. Cacti, if you will. Iron Skin that.
Time to get our hands dirty.
I tried to interrupt that. Wasn't sure if I'd be able to there. I'm gonna just get out of this quicksand. Beautiful. Does a pretty decent chunk of damage too, passing through there. Thoroughly plundered. Okay, well, that mining deposit is not plundered, however. Outlaw Bandit, non-aggressive. So some enemies will not attack you on sight. Units with a yellow HP bar are non-aggressive, will only attack if provoked. This guy, oh, okay, yeah. So we saw the guy with the arrows in his back. This guy has a crossbow.
Sure, why not?
You don't gotta tell me twice. Surprise. I'm provoking him.
Am I interrupting
Little
something?
stun there, that's good.
The wrong place.
Now, the way that they've balanced this game, I could have tried to avoid that. But by their own words, at the highest levels of difficulty, you have to figure out combinations to like break the game, essentially. They've wanted to set up a sandbox here. And you go in and you just experiment and figure out what works, what doesn't. And that leads me to believe there's going to be some pretty powerful builds and combinations. Hey, a rifle. Well, maybe my sister would like that. Beware of this guy. He's a liar. Promised good deals. Gave us some counterfeit crap. Don't do business with him. Handwritten note and a poorly drawn portrait attached to it, but the portrait barely resembles a human. I'm going to assume that we did the right thing by killing that guy. There are choices to be made in this game as well. We have a barrier here. Let's disable it.
Sealed shut. My job here is done. Kayla's probably waiting for me already. Let's get going.
And there she is. Okay, cool. So once we get 2 people in here, combat's going to get a little bit more complicated, but we're also going to have more tools at our disposal. I'm going to get in there and engage right away. Unfortunately, there's 2 enemies. Let's stun him. Beautiful. Interrupted. You can see the cooldown here, but that's not the only thing. We also need the mana. So, just something to keep in mind when we're spamming spells.
Taking a nap so early in the day.
Mal, I swear that if you...
Fine. I'll save my jokes for later. Are you okay?
Yeah, thanks. Didn't expect a stun trap in the middle of nowhere.
Do you have any idea who might have set it up? Or is it beyond the reach of your all-embracing wisdom?
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Of course, but I'll stop now. Strange, though, that it still had a charge left.
Let's be careful. Have you found anything unusual?
Just a lone, angry scavenger. Nothing to worry about. Right, let's check the last entrance and we're good to go.
Nothing to worry about, because we absolutely destroyed him. He was not provoked. We provoked him. Select all the characters by pressing the tilde button or holding left mouse and dragging. With multiple characters selected, each command issued applies to all of them. Select a single character, left mouse button to click on them, or 1 and 2. Okay, so he's 1, she is 2. She's got skills as well, or attributes, I should say. So what do we want to put on her? I would say, like, damage is obviously good. Maybe some speed. A little bit of this. I don't know how much we should go into power or mastery. But let's give her, like, more of this, and she can spend more of her skills, and we'll give her more damage. Ideally, she's, like, kind of sitting in the back and just plucking people. This blasts enemies in a cone, dealing 100% weapon damage, inflicting slow and bleed. The caster is pushed away from the target. So we do this. Okay, that's cool. So she's got some repositioning stuff. She also has a toxic bomb that she can throw. And then blast roll. She rolls in a direction, drops this behind, and then it explodes. So if enemies were there, then that's a good way for her to escape the enemies. Okay, let's go heal this damage off, although probably unnecessary. Let's put her in cover. Nope. Let's do this. I'll take specific control. I'll try to taunt with him. So let's aggro these. Come on back.
What do you
I'm gonna slow this down. She can throw her toxic bomb here.
Oh, yeah?
And then let's see what he wants to do.
They left us no choice.
Iron skin here. Unfortunate. I'm stunned. I'm totally stunned. I'm immobilized. He's more than immobilized. See you later. Okay. We could, I guess, have her shooting these things.
Sorry about that.
And getting that explosive damage.
Gotcha.
Got something here, too. quicksand. Love that for us. Let's put her behind the cover.
Nothing's fun without risk.
And then again, this is actually a pretty cool combo because she can throw this. Look at the range. Oh, wait, she doesn't have that range. Okay. You stay here.
Yes.
You go back here. Your range is actually this. It does leave like a little puddle behind, so they would have to cross through that. Go for the stun. Beautiful.
What are they
Okay.
doing here?
Well, they're not camping, that's for sure.
Thank you for the valuable input.
So we've heard a couple references to Empire, and I can't remember the other thing that we heard, but there's these two factions, and there's going to be choices that you need to make about who you're siding with and stuff. I'm always curious about how games handle these choices. Some are very subtle, some are very like, choose this or choose that, and there's benefits and disadvantages to both. But I don't know what this one is doing yet. Okay, so let's keep going. Actually, let's see. Can we use this? Protection ring. You know what? I'll throw that on him. We'll get him some resistances there. Poison, fire, shock, cold. That works. He's the one who's taken an absolute beating, by all accounts. Another chest up here. Guess we can just avoid the quicksand.
Interesting.
Seems like a reasonable idea. Encounter barriers indicate a difficult combat ahead. Once you start a battle inside, you will not be able to move out of the area, but allied units can still join the fight. Aggression ring. Okay. So this increases max health and crit damage. So he could benefit from that as well. But if she crits, that would be kind of cool. So let's give her that. Gotcha. And let's see what a tougher encounter is like here.
Sure.
I see a couple there. Big doors. Seems ideal. I don't know if I mentioned either, but this game was made by 29 people. This is a pretty small studio. They're self-publishing, and one of the reasons they wanted to kind of highlight that was that they can do whatever they want. Sometimes when you have a publisher controlling things, you can't. So, like, they can take some risks here. And the studio is so small. Like, I don't know if you guys are aware, but that was really not good.
Knowledge is the key to victory.
Okay, good. Enemy reinforcement. Oh, look at, hello. Okay, pausing. I gotta get focused here. You flip to this side.
Yes.
You come up here. Engage. You know what? I actually want to see how her wide blast is gonna feel here. So let's wide blast this. Yeah, that's cool. That actually helps me get where I need to go as well. Oh, I see. They're like bubbling up out of the ground.
What do you propose?
Neat.
Time for plan B.
I'm gonna go Iron Skin. Okay, come over here. She's a little fragile. Okay, so we have like a lot more reinforcements happening. That was good. That was good. Very nice. Very nice.
Let's get going.
I wonder if can you heal in combat? Oh, hello. Oh, maybe it was over. Well, okay, cool. That was pretty solid. Let's just explore this way really quick before we head to that main objective and see. Ooh, okay. Now I'm very curious. Broodmother Scorpion. It is weaker to poison. Is protecting something strong. I think let's try this.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so as you're moving there, let's hit this. I'm just gonna throw on the Iron Skin for a second. Let's get in here.
Yes.
What are you spawning something? Scorpion's eggs? I don't like that. Looks like it's gonna. Oh, it's gonna give birth. Wow, cool. Keep hammering. Don't like that. Can she target this one?
Time for plan B.
I need to get that before it hatches, I think. I think I missed it. But I did kill the mama. Oh, sick.
Another camp? This wasn't just a random patrol.
Bringing half the Empire here. Look at all this gear. Yeah, they're definitely not camping.
Yeah, they're definitely
Why
not
would they be
camping.
so far south?
I think I'm taking poison damage. Stage 3 complete. Recon squad advanced inside the ruins, suffered heavy casualties in skirmishes, and aggressive fauna and local bandits requesting reinforcements. This is like a relic chest here. Leader's helmet, heavy head armor, unique. Grants 5% weapon damage and 0.5 mana regen to allies within 6 meters of the wearer, and this can stack 4 times. All right, buddy. You have a helmet. We can hide the headgear if we want, but let's rock it.
Sure, why not?
And you had a Marauder staff, two-handed staff rare. Okay, don't know if that's gonna be something for these guys,
Let's get going.
but glad to have it. Now, I don't know if there's like merchants that we can sell stuff to. I have to imagine, yes. Maybe not the optimal
Then
helmet
I
for
pulled a gun
sneaking.
on him and shot him right in the gut. That cheating good-for-nothing bastard got what he deserved.
Hey, who goes there?
More scavengers.
Boss, we got company.
So I see.
We're friendly, I swear.
That's close enough, you two. We're not allowed to let any more archaeologists down there.
I think you mean archaeologists.
That's what I said.
And who's telling you not to let anyone pass?
The people who are paying us.
It's the Empire, isn't it? We've seen their outposts on our way here.
So, what are you gonna do if we try to go down there?
Calm down, Jeremy. He's just asking.
All you need to know is
here we
they're
go.
paying us to make sure no one's snooping around.
Moral choices lead to story branches that shape your journey. They alter the character's beliefs and will impact your ending. Stand up to the bandits or strike a deal. Let's see if we can strike a deal.
You seem to be reasonable guys. We're all here trying to survive this wasteland, so we should have each other's backs.
What do you suggest?
How about you look the other way and we'll share the spoils with you? I'm sure there's enough loot to go around.
And it's probably worth way more than the Empire's money. They've surely underpaid you.
They always do. All right, you've got yourself a deal.
Come on, let's get out of here before the soldiers come back. We'll be seeing you later, though.
Now, I wonder if there's a further choice where you're like,
There goes my drinking.
I
buddy.
want to
You know it was
actually
the right
give them that
choice.
or not.
Yeah, I guess. I just hope they don't cause any more problems.
We need to get inside and make sure it's all secure in there.
One of the things I don't know if I'm going to be able to show based on what skills we unlock or when we'll unlock them, but they do have some. Oh, maybe here. Hold on. They have some interesting targeting that you can do. So, for example, this is one of the things that I know you can do a cool targeting with. It's high wall. And you can basically draw out any shape you want to create this magic wall in and then cast it in real time. And you can use that to, like, block off enemies from approaching you. Yeah, or whatever. You can annoy, if you're playing co-op with a buddy, like, you can block them from getting a chest or something. You can totally free-form cast a lot of these spells. Okay, so what do I want to do here? 2 class points. Can't specialize until level 7. Let's start here. Let's go a little bit of might, a little bit of mastery. Or you know what? Let's put these all into mastery. Can I... Oh, you can even... Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's do this. So now we're hit 3 of the thresholds there. Now, what can we pick? Liquid skin or iron skin? Okay, we'll take liquid skin. Weapon damage is increased 16%. That's cool. So that's 1 point. So it looks like you use these to buff your current ones, or you can unlock new skills. This one you need to have 2 more points spent in the tree to be able to access. So I think throwing an axe would be cool. And then for her, let's go into her attributes. And let's go pure damage. And that gets us to another threshold. Every 6th attack ignores all defenses. That sounds fine for me. We'll take a wind stance, maybe. 12% attack speed for 20 seconds. 20% weapon damage to poison. Oh, yeah, let's take that. We're poisoning as much as we can. And then we'll give her this, in cover. While behind cover, gain 10% dodge chance. Okay, cool. Let's see what's in here.
Walk.
There's some cover positions, which makes me a little concernicus. Seems fine. Oh boy.
Can't say I recognize this place. But the barrier still works, so maybe there's no cause for alarm.
Not so fast. There were supposed to be people down here, remember? Let's see. All secure, but it seems to have been tampered with.
Hey, there's someone through here.
We need to get in there and make sure they don't activate the Guardian construct.
Construct? This is that ruin? Why didn't you say so? Open the barrier already.
I'm going as fast as I can, Mal.
Guardian construct sounds a little problematic.
Listen, you need to get out of here.
League reinforcements!
What? No, we're...
Die!
Oh, no. Okay, I kind of expected that to happen. Most enemies prioritize... I'm going to pause this. Threats with the prioritize targets with the highest threat. They usually focus on characters that are the closest and deal highest damage to them. Some skills may also generate increased threat. Okay, so what do I have going on? Right now, there's only 2 enemies. This guy has a couple of resistances. This guy's the same. They're probably faction-based resistances, right? Okay, so her... Let's throw down a toxic bomb here. And then him, if we throw the axe, deals 48 damage and inflicts weakness and vulnerable. So let's throw the axe at him. And let's see how that plays out. She's gonna hit that guy. Now she can do this and bounce back. Okay, and then I'm gonna move her over to the full. And you need to move here. Faster. Okay. What the heck was that? I don't know. Okay, there's more coming. Oh boy. This is gonna get sweaty. Can they come through this? Or do I have to get to them? A gun turret? Okay.
Sure, why not?
Oh yeah, okay, this is not gonna be cool. So you're gonna have to take... We don't have cover, so you're not gonna do any of that.
We in trouble yet?
More trouble.
Let's aggro them. And we'll pull her back to here. Pull him back to here. I can't iron skin. So notice, I don't even have, because of the leveling that we did, I don't have enough mana now to trigger that liquid skin. I didn't look at that requirement. So that's something we'll have to do differently. I'm gonna throw this down, maybe by the time they get there. Yep. That'll do. Okay, you come out. We're gonna go for a little knockdown. Or, you know what I meant. Not a knockdown.
What's the plan?
You know what? Let's try the roll.
Gone with the wind.
That's cool.
Right away.
Throw the axe.
Watch my back.
And then I guess we go for the turret. She can actually hit it from crazy range. Cool. What is that? Force field reduces damage dealt to nearby units by 50%. Oh, so if we were to have run in there, we could have taken advantage of that, I think.
Let's get going.
Now, do we have a... Oh, yeah, okay. So the map builds out as we go.
Sure.
Triggered by unit proximity. Creates a vortex which pulls units closer towards its center and explodes after a delay.
Sure, why not?
Be careful. Enemies up ahead.
You go here. You go here.
Here they come!
Poison. Like, what? My God. Once you get into, like, some of the crazy builds and stuff. Oh, that's the black hole, I think.
Here I come.
Whoa, what was that? Cool. He was, like, teleporting there somehow.
Yes.
Yes?
Can we please kill this guy? Okay, wow, that was insane. She might drop here if I'm not careful. She actually, we're regenerating significantly there.
Here they are. Knowledge is the key to victory.
Back here, snipe, deadly. Okay, that was clean, actually. Laser traps.
Gotcha.
Let's maybe not go through them when they're on.
Be careful. Enemies up ahead.
Need to wait a bit. Let's go to her. Throw one of these. Go to him.
Time for plan B.
Move up. Come on. Deadly. Quite literally deadly.
I don't think they are with
Moving fast.
We can throw this.
What's the plan?
I'll bring her up. Oh, I missed. Let's go like this. Good.
Oh, yeah? All right, we'll do it the hard way.
What do you propose?
Let's roll you this way.
Time for plan B.
Didn't even need to. Oh, so you can go through cover too. Didn't know that. Fun.
Yes?
We'll throw poison here. Holy, this is wild. Where are they? Are they all dead? I think they're all dead, you guys.
Just a little walk.
Holy, that's sweaty. Very sweaty. Okay. Protection ring rare. That might actually be better than what he got. Yep, it is. Okay, cool. Guys, I wanted to give you like just a sample of what this game is offering. And I think you kind of get the vibe. I don't want to go too far. This is a heavily story-based game, and so I don't want to spoil any like major plot points, and I don't think we've done that. But I do feel like if we continue into this inner chamber, we might see some stuff that you maybe don't want to see if you're going to play the game for yourself.
Sure, why not?
So, thank you so much. Check out the links down below for Dark Envoy, and it's on Steam. It's available now as of when you see this. This is made by a studio of 29 people. I don't know if you know how small that is. That's a very small studio. So for something this ambitious, that is pretty impressive. And from what I've seen so far, at least combat-wise, skill-wise, ability tree-wise, pretty solid stuff. A lot of different choices to have these different builds. And then remember, when you get your character to level 7, you get these specializations, which further develop that. There's 2 other classes that you saw at the start that we didn't pick. So those are going to all play differently as well. Looks like there's research, crafting, enchanting. It's all part of this, as you would expect. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. And let me know what you think down below. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.